You're hurt?
This lot isn't in my blood. Not much of it anyway.
Yeah, I wrote Outlander for practice in order to learn how to write a novel. I'd always known I was a novelist. I just didn't know how. Nobody does. You roll your own. I came from a very conservative family background. My dad would say to me, "You're such a poor judge of character. You're bound to marry some bum," he said. "So be sure to get a good education so you can support your children." So with this going on at home, I didn't think I'd announce that I wanted to write books. And so I became a scientist. I have a PhD in quantitative behavioral ecology. And I liked science. I was good at it. But I enjoyed it, but I still knew I was supposed to write books. And when I turned 35, I said, well, Mozart was dead at 36. Maybe you better get a move on here. And so I said, all right, on my next birthday, I'm going to start writing a novel to learn how.
Otherwise known as Black Jack, a rather dashing nickname.
My own first editors used to say, these have to be word-of-mouth books because they're too weird to describe to anyone, which is totally true. But for a while there, if it was like a youngish woman, teens, 20s, who picked it up, I'd say, oh, it's historical romance, men in kilts, etc. If it was a young man who picked it up, I'd say, oh, it's fantasy, swords, standing stone circles. And if it was a slightly older woman, I'd say, oh, it's historical fiction. If you like Shogun, you'll love this. It's totally true. And if it was a slightly older man, 30s or 40s, I'd say, oh, it's science fiction. I've been asked to write up the Gabaldon theory of time travel for the Journal of Transfigural Mathematics in Berlin, which is also totally true. Let's see, and if it was a much older gentleman, I'd say, oh, it's military history, which is also true. Books that are sold by the Military History Book Club because of the very authentic battle stuff. So anyway, that worked for a while, but then I got larger crowds and I would have multiple genders and ages. And so at that point I took to saying, look, pick it up and open it anywhere. Read 3 pages. If you can put it down again, I'll pay you $1. So I've never lost any money on that bet, but I've sold a lot of books.